Hello everyone, today we'll be recording the tutorial for this birthday cake design. We've added a mesh insert inside, so it can also be used as a small storage box. Let's start crocheting the main body of the cake. Take out the light green yarn. Pull the yarn out from both ends. Draw the working yarn from the center. Use the 4mm hook for double strands and the 3mm hook for single strands. Start with the magic ring foundation. Chain 2 stitches to begin. Yarn over from the back and pull through, then yarn over again and pull through. That's one chain stitch. Let's crochet one more. For the first round, crochet 12 double crochets, yarn over the hook, insert into the ring, yarn over and pull through from the back. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through the last 2. That's how you make a double crochet stitch. Take out a stitch marker, insert it from the front and mark the first double crochet. Continue crocheting until you have 12 double crochets in total. Once all 12 double crochets are done, tighten the tail yarn slightly. Slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet. Round 1 complete. Pull the yarn tail tight. The center hole will become smaller. Round 2, chain 2 to begin. Work 12 increase double crochets this round. An increase means crochet 2 double crochets in the same stitch, yarn over, insert into the first stitch, work 1 double crochet, replace the stitch marker on the first stitch of this round. Then make another double crochet in the same stitch. That's your first increase. Continue making an increase in each stitch around, total of 12 increases. Round 2 complete. Turn to the back side. Pull the yarn tight and cut the thread. Round 3. Chain 2 to begin. Work 1 double crochet into the first stitch. Then place a marker. In the next stitch, make a double crochet increase, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Pattern for this round: 1 double crochet, then 1 double crochet increase. Repeat this pattern 12 times. Continue the same pattern for the remaining sets. After finishing, slip stitch into the first stitch to close the round. Remove the working yarn and take off the stitch marker. Then we'll move on to round 4. Chain 2 stitches to start. Work 1 double crochet into the first stitch. Don't forget to place the stitch marker into the first stitch. In the second stitch, make a double crochet increase. In the third stitch, make 1 double crochet. This round follows the pattern: double crochet increase, double crochet. Repeat for 12 sets in total. When you've completed round 4, don't forget to slip stitch into the first stitch to close. Each round should end with a slip stitch and begin with 2 chain stitches. Now for round 5, chain 2 to begin. Work 1 double crochet into the first 3 stitches. Then make a double crochet increase in the 4th stitch. So the pattern for this round is 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet increase. Repeat this pattern for 12 sets in total. Once round 5 is done, it should look like this. Next, take out the mesh sheet. We'll cut it into suitable sizes. You'll need 2 round pieces. After cutting, they should look like this. Take the smaller mesh piece and compare it with the crocheted circle after 6 rounds. The sizes should match exactly. If your crocheted piece is too big or too small, adjust by redoing 1 or 2 rounds. If it's too large, crochet tighter for rounds 5 and 6. If it's too small, crochet more loosely. Make sure the mesh and crocheted circle are the same size. Now for round 6, chain 2 to begin. This round starts the body of the cake. We'll be working into the inner loop only. This is the full stitch. And this is the inner loop. For this round, crochet single stitches into the inner loops only. Insert the hook into the first inner loop, yarn over from above and pull through. You'll have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again and pull through both loops. That's 1 single crochet. Continue into the next inner loop, pull the yarn through and complete another single crochet. Repeat to make the second, third, and so on. When you finish about 10 inner loops, you'll see a thin ridge of unused outer loops left behind. That's correct. Pause the video and finish the remaining 50 single crochets to complete the round. Round 7 and 8 are worked exactly the same. Each round has 60 single crochets. From now on, we don't need to work into the inner loops anymore. From this round onward, crochet normally through both loops of each stitch. Make 1 single crochet in each stitch, ensuring that every round still has a total of 60 single crochets. Pause the video and finish round 8. When you complete the last stitch, pull up the loop a little longer, cut the yarn from the center, and pull the long end out, leaving a short tail. Now take the light yellow yarn and attach it at the back with a starting chain. Crochet rounds 9, 10, and 11 using the light yellow yarn. Each round should still have 60 single crochets. Insert the hook into the first stitch and hold both yarn ends over the hook so you can crochet over them to hide the tails. After you've hidden about 6 stitches worth of tails, pull the leftover ends tight and cut them off. Continue crocheting the light yellow yarn for rounds 9 to 11, 60 single crochets each. Don't forget to slip stitch into the first stitch at the end of each round. To summarize the color pattern so far, light green for rounds 6, 7, and 8. Light yellow for rounds 9, 10, and 11, pink for rounds 12, 13, and 14, blue for rounds 15, 16, and 17. Continue this way until you finish round 16. After finishing round 16, it should look like this. We've already done 2 rounds with the blue yarn. Leave the final round unworked for now and set the cake body aside. Next, prepare the mesh sheets. Cut them according to the height of your crocheted body. Place the mesh sheet against the body to measure. Trim it so that its height is slightly taller, about 1 row higher than the crocheted body. Now we'll assemble the circular and rectangular mesh pieces. Apply hot glue around the edges of the rectangular mesh sheet to attach it to the round base piece. Once the base is secured, trim any excess mesh. Thread the yarn needle and sew around the edges to reinforce the attachment. Place the assembled mesh insert with its back facing the inside of the cake body. Now we'll crochet the final round of the cake body while attaching the mesh insert. For round 17, use the inner end of the double-ended crochet hook. You'll still be working 60 single crochets in total. Chain 1, insert the hook into the next stitch, then into the hole of the mesh sheet, and make a single crochet. You don't need to match one mesh hole to one stitch exactly, just skip as needed. The goal is to crochet all the way around so the mesh is securely attached to the body. Continue this method until you reach the end. After the last single crochet, slip stitch into the first stitch to close the round. Leave a long yarn tail, cut the thread, then thread it through a yarn needle and weave in the ends neatly. And with that, the main body of your crochet cake is complete. Next, we'll use fluffy yarn to crochet the cake lid. The first 5 rounds of the lid are worked exactly the same as the first 5 rounds of the cake base. One important note here, the fluffy yarn should be worked with a single strand, and we'll use the 4mm end of the double-ended crochet hook. Because it's hard to see the stitches clearly with fluffy yarn, be sure to place stitch markers at the first and last stitch of each round. With fluffy yarn, the stitches are almost invisible, so just crochet in the approximate spot. The finished circle should be roughly the same size as the one we cut out earlier. After completing 5 rounds, move on to round 6. This will form the cream etching on top of the cake lid. To make the stitches easier to see, I'll demonstrate this round using 4-ply yarn instead of the fluffy one. Start with 2 chain stitches, then work into the inner loops only for this entire round. Yarn over, insert your hook into the loop and make 1 double crochet. Continue working into the inner loops only throughout this round. Next, make 1 half double crochet. Then make 1 single crochet, followed by another half double crochet, and then 1 double crochet. Now make the treble crochet, yarn over twice before inserting the hook, pull up a loop, you'll have 4 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 at a time, twice. Work another treble crochet next to it. Then make a double crochet, a half double crochet, and slip stitch into the next stitch. That completes 1 pattern repeat. For the second repeat, start again with a half double crochet, then a double crochet, followed by another half double crochet and a slip stitch. For the third repeat, crochet a half double crochet, a double crochet, a triple crochet, then back down with a double crochet and a half double crochet, ending with a slip stitch. That's the pattern sequence for 3 sets. Continue repeating this pattern until the end of the round. You can follow along with the subtitles for the rhythm. Each scalloped cream section follows this pattern: double crochet, half double, single, half double, double, treble, slip stitch. Keep alternating the stitches, half double, double, treble, and slip stitch between each set to form the wavy cream edge. At the end, if there are about 3 stitches left, make 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, and 1 triple crochet. Slip stitch into the first stitch to close the round. Pull the yarn tail long, cut the thread, and fasten off. Next, we'll attach the mesh insert to the kite lead. Take a length of fluffy yarn and separate it into a single strand for sewing. Thread the separated fluffy strand into a yarn needle and start sewing the mesh to the lid. When the kite lid is fully crocheted and assembled, it should look like this. Place the lid on top of the kite body, then gently pull the cream edging downward so it hugs the sides. With that, the kite body and lid are complete. Now let's crochet the feet. Use brown yarn, single strand, with the 3mm end of the double-ended hook. Start with the magic ring and make a starting chain. Round 1, 6 single crochets into the ring. Then pull the ring tight and slip stitch to the first stitch. Round 2, 6 increases, 2 single crochets in each stitch around, crocheting over the tail to hide it. Slip stitch to close, tighten the tail and trim. Round 3, chain 1, single crochet, increase, repeat 4 times total, then single crochet 4 more to finish the round, slip stitch to the first stitch. You should have 16 single crochets now. Rounds 4 to 5, 16 single crochets each round. For round 4, work in the inner loop only all the way around to form a turning ridge. Round 5 in both loops as normal. Slip stitch to close. Round 6. Work 4 decreases evenly spaced, then single crochet 8, slip stitch to close. Round 7, chain 1, 4 decreases. Then 4 single crochets, then single crochet 4, slip stitch to close. Rounds 8 to 10, 8 single crochets per round. Finish round 9, then work the final round 10. Stuff lightly with Fiberfill before closing, then weave in the end. Make 2 identical legs using the same steps. Next, crochet the candle and flame. Begin with the magic ring and the starting chain. Round 1, 6 single crochets into the ring. Tighten the ring, slip stitch to the first stitch. Round 2, chain 1, 6 increases, 2 single crochets in each stitch around. That's the base to continue shaping your candle. Slip stitch to close the round, pull the yarn tight and cut the thread. Round 3. Work in the inner loops only, making 12 single crochets all the way around. Slip stitch into the first stitch to close the round. Continue crocheting round 4 through 17 the same way. Each round has 12 single crochets. Once you reach a height that looks right, leave a long tail and cut the yarn. Weave the end into the inside of the candle to hide it neatly. Stuff a little Fiberfill into the candle. Then use red yarn to crochet a chain. Make a slip knot and chain until the length feels right. Once done, apply a small amount of glue to one end and twist it gently into place on top of the candle. Next, use yellow yarn for the flame. Make a slip knot and chain 3. In the second chain from the hook, work 2 increases, 2 single crochets into each stitch, chain 1, turn and increase in the next row. Work 6 single crochets across for the third row, chaining 1 and turning after each row. Begin decreasing. Round 4, 1 decrease, 2 single crochets, 1 decrease. Round 5, 2 decreases. Round 6, 1 final decrease to shape the tip of the flame. Fold the flame piece in half and crochet 2 slip stitches along the edge. Then 4 single crochets up the side. Slip stitch at the top, pull the yarn long and cut. Tie the 2 loose yarn ends together with 2 knots, then trim the excess. Apply a little glue to the base to attach the flame, then sew or glue on the facial features. Use black yarn to stitch a small smiling mouth in place. You can add a dab of hot glue behind the mouth to keep its curved shape. Knot the yarn securely at the back. Once all the pieces are assembled, your adorable crochet birthday cake storage box is complete.